Now, vulnerable children and youth living in informal settlements face various challenges and often have to drop out of school, exposing them to criminal activity to support their families. A local group in Kenya's western Kisumu city has established a haven for youth by nurturing the thirst for stories and learning in an effort to prevent their exposure to crime and violence.
Like any informal settlement, safe spaces for youth and children are limited. In Kisumu's Obunga slums, Blue Cross organization is edging into the already populated volatile space to create a safe refuge for children and youth.
We have been running youth programs, and so finding that youth do not have a safe space where they are able to just come freely and have time to play and read, tell stories, and to just play around freely. In a slum setup, there is gangs, there is different groupings, which we found out even when we were setting up this place.
The center has programs to cater for different age groups, children's play and story time, youth talent shows. However, there's a vulnerability that exists among young boys as a result of cultural systems.
Because your girl, you'll be married and we can get dowry out of that, but a boy you will demand from us as a family, and so you find the boy child is always left out in that kind of arrangement. So we try to bring everyone together to find what is the best solution, where we can have guardianship, because once a child is dropped out, they will not even trace back their culture, because they try to forge ways within themselves and find their own means of livelihood within the little community that they are growing up in.
Jonathan, not his real name, is 16 years and yet to complete his primary level education. He has been living alone for 2 years now, and only recently was he able to secure his mother's contacts after his family's unstable circumstance pushed him out with no support.
Every Sunday I have to go to the Central Business District where I try to help businesses with manual labor, and whatever I get, I keep. For example, when I get 300 shillings, I'm able to buy food for the week and even save 50 shillings.
The youth space at Blue Cross offers the vulnerable like Jonathan some adult supervision and support both for school and during home visits.
At the center, they encourage me not to give up, especially in my academics, because if I do, I might end up in the wrong company. They keep telling me that although I'm struggling, God can bless me in the future.
1 year into the project, and Blue Cross continues to hold talks with community leaders seeking to establish forums for dialogue that would support the effort initiated at the center.
We hope that it is going to be really embraced by this community in such a way that their children that they are coming up, this generation, would have a different kind of lifestyle from their own parents.
A deep story to erase and a new one to rewrite, in the hopes of creating a long, fruitful future for the youth in Obunga slums. Beryl Oro, CGTN, Kisumu, Kenya.